Greetings everyone, welcome to a brand new content from Throttle Alpha. Well, today's content had to be made in a rush because number one, lockdown is hitting hard. Due to the rising numbers of COVID-19 cases here in Bangladesh, the government has decided to put a seal to the city, seal to the country. So I hope the month of July goes intriguing for people, at least when you're home. In that sense, you must do something productive or do something you usually do at your leisure time, etc. Keep yourself busy. I mean, it's nothing bad to put the lockdown up. I think it was necessary, and I request all of my viewers and subscribers to stay safe, wear your masks, and communicate or interact with people as less as possible. And when this uprising number of the COVID-19 cases goes a bit down, I believe we can all relax a bit, get out, find some good sunshine. Well, today's gloomy weather would take me to Hondawala. It's a bike stop where I will switch the BMC Air Filter that I got from GearX Bangladesh. Yes, GearX did import a lot of new accessories for us bikers, and the BMC Air Filter has been an excellent choice or an excellent import to bring in because it is the preference in a lot of championships. It is widely used in the global racing scene, and as an aftermarket choice too, we were missing out on a brand new air filter being provided by a distributor, and well, GearX Bangladesh did solve that problem, solve that issue for us all. So I will mention the link in the description box below and all the purchase options for the BMC air filter. And on the other hand, I will talk about this air filter in brief in this whole content. So this vlog would help you out as a informative or a descriptive content as well, where you get to learn about the BMC air filter. Initially, I would like to start off with one thing that everyone has been calling a drawback for this air filter, is that the price. This air filter is somewhat being sold in the price tag of BDT 6,500 or BDT 7,000, which is equivalent to almost $90 globally. And I think it is not much in terms of such a product, because this is a lifetime product actually. You can use this BMC air filter for a lifetime, and for every 10,000 kilometers you get a recharge or a washer kit. So this washer kit is also sold separately in GearX Bangladesh, so you can clean your air filter in every 10,000 kilometers and reuse it. So number one, the inconsistency for air filters in sports bike or large bikes mainly is that you need to change your air filter quite often, but with the BMC air filter that is not the case at all. So in that way, it is actually very cost effective and low maintenance and cost friendly. I mean, we're paying 6,000, 7,000 BDT for an air filter that you'll be using for 2-3 years straight. So I guess in that aspect, it is nothing bad. Well, for a bike like this one, this is an ADV motorcycle, an adventure tourer basically, the Lifan KPT. It has a wide air filter base, so I thought of taking this as an optimum choice to test the BMC air filter out, because this bike has a lot of torque and I can significantly feel the difference in terms of a city cruise or a general cruise mainly for how this air filter is. So coming to the second factor, for most FI bikes like mine, this air filter has been calibrated to give an AFR, which is air fuel ratio of 14.7:1, and that is for all FI motorcycles. So you get a consistent performance out of the air filter for all FI bikes. And for carbureted motorcycles, you need to recalibrate or readjust the carburetor in order to use the BMC air filter, because you will be drawing more air inside in terms of torque exhaustion that you have already in your motorcycle. So in that case, some calibration is somewhat needed for carbureted motorcycles, but for FI bikes, it is supposed to behave consistently. But then again, with people who have programmable ECUs in their motorcycles, like V3 users or CBR users, you can tend to mess around with your dual AFR and whatnot. So in that way, you can also give a check or keep a check on your air draw inside your motorcycle, and that way the BMC would perform better. There are many users who complain their motorcycles to be a bit on lean, but I guess with some retuning or some ECU calibration, the problem could be overcome. But in my case, for my KPT, I guess the BMC is supposed to do good, because I have a ECU that is already calibrated, pre-calibrated, and I have all the stock setups along with the bike. So I guess in terms of more air draw, I think I will find some significant difference in terms of performance. So I will be going to Hondawala. I will be taking a spin around, and I will be going there and fitting the air filter inside my KPT, and I will see how it does, and I will give an overview of the performance real time. So yeah, I've reached the bike stop that I usually do my basic services at. It's Hondawala. So I basically come up here to do my basic services and whatnot. So I will get to the BMC air filter at the moment. What I'm doing is I'm removing my stock air filter from my motorcycle, and I will switch to the BMC air filter that I've got from GearX Bangladesh. They're the hot importers for the product. Basically, this is the packaging from the BMC air filters. As the packaging mentions, this is the choice of champions. Like, this has been used in a lot of championships. Ones like the Le Mans 24 Hours Racing. It's a very prestigious championship. It is the stock air filter for the Yamaha Monster Racing team as well, and it is widely used in Formula 1 too. It comes in a pretty good packaging. This one's dedicated for the Honda Hornet 160R. So yeah, this is the BMC air filter. You also get badges and labeling and stickers for the BMC in the packaging. I've also already put one up in my bike. The cotton gauze layer is pretty good. So this air filter is basically made in Italy. It is the R&D work and everything for this air filter is done in Italy. It has 98.5% efficiency, filtration efficiency obtained in ISO tests. So it is as good as the stock air filter. It would deliver the same amount of air that the stock air filter would deliver, but you don't have to expect more dust particles or more particles from the air entering your throttle body or the engine, because the filtration or the cotton gauze layer has been designed that way. It does not allow particles more than 7 microns to enter the throttle body or the air inlet. So in that way, this is safe as well. There are many other aftermarket air filters present in the market that causes some damage to an extent to the throttle body because it lets a lot of dust particles inside the throttle body. But with this particular air filter, you don't have that problem. And I don't know how it will do with my stock exhaust and stock setup on my ADV bike. Like, we have the stock air filter installed in the KPT right now. This is the stock air filter. So yeah, they almost look the same in terms of dimension, but in terms of the cotton gauzing, you can see that it's way better than the stock air filter. Way better than the stock air filter. So I will see and put up the BMC air filter in my KPT right now, and I will see how it does in comparison to the stock one. So yes. We have to chop a slight bit of the side of the air filter from the BMC in terms of the filter to reach the size of the stock one. It's nothing serious, we chopped it off with a scissor. So yeah, in terms of the dimensions to match, we made the changes. So yes, after the installation of the BMC air filter, I'm first starting my motorcycle. With air draw and the tone of the bike, it still sounds the same. There is no significant difference in the way the bike sounds, so that's a good sign. And the bike is pretty much revving right. So I will take it out for a spin at the moment. I will give a real-time feedback throughout the day of how this motorcycle is behaving. I have around 3 liters of fuel in my bike, and I have a general idea of how my bike performs with this amount of fuel. So even if I have any changes in fuel economy, I will also get to it. And I do have my stock air filter with me as well. If I encounter anything that I'm not liking, I will give a feedback about it too. Yes, the bike does feel smoother in a way. Since KPT is already a good deliverer with the torque, like this is a torque bike, the stock air filter also did good with the torque or linear acceleration performance with this bike, because the stock air filter also had a pretty wide base, and the air filter that I'm using right now, the BMC air filter, it has a wider draw area, a wider base. So since you have more access throughout the base of the air filter, you can expect a certain amount of acceleration to feel a bit more linear, a bit more smoother. Oh yes, the bike did actually do good, and I am feeling a significant difference in terms of the general performance. My bike feels a bit more torqueier. So you can say in terms of horsepower and the general performance as well, the BMC can contribute. So yes, I've been running about the whole day with the BMC air filter on already, and since I'm back in my own neighborhood, I did get the chance to optimally run this air filter the whole day and see how it performed. I mean, I found no significant issues with riding along with my motorcycle. The mileage was consistent. I mean, I did have 2 bars of fuel in my motorcycle when I started off. And yes, since I've been riding around with this motorcycle for quite some time now, I understand significantly of how much fuel that I'm using or whatnot, because with these certain motorcycles you can understand the fuel consistency or the fuel delivery in your bike, and with FI bikes it's more sensitive, right? So I am understanding that this bike is optimally doing good with mileage as well. I guess this air filter would deliver in the top end as well. So the top end performance for motorcycles is expected to be smoother with BMC air filter. Well, I didn't get a significant opportunity to test ride this BMC air filter with my bike's top end performance, but I can feel that already, that my bike is feeling a bit freer or feeling a bit smoother in the higher gears. So what I will do to give some slight check on my performance is that I will use a straight near my neighborhood, and I will see how good the bike pulls in the straights that I have available nearby. I will also give a brief update in the description box below of how my bike does in the future in the top end performance with the BMC air filter. So keep an eye in the description box below of all the information that we're passing about this BMC air filter, because this is a part or an accessory, so this needs to be a bit informative in terms of helping you out. So I will give a lot of information out in terms of the BMC air filter in the description box below, so do check it out. So here goes nothing, right? Well, lovely weather. Since lockdown has hit hard, I would request all my friends and followers and subscribers here to stay safe, to wear masks at all times. I think this vlog content in terms of this air filter was helpful for you to understand this BMC product a bit better. The guideline would say that you can use this air filter for about 25,000 kilometers, but it is recommended that you use this air filter for around 10,000 kilometers or 8,000 kilometers. And go to GearX Bangladesh. They have the recharge kit for sale, so you can actually clean and recharge your air filter there. And since this air filter already dodges high amount of impurities, you don't need to worry about air brushing or blowing the air filter out. So you don't need to do those certain things. You just need to buy the recharge kit. I will mention the GearX address in the description box below, and I will also mention the BMC air filter website as well. So this was about it for the BMC air filter. I hope this vlog helped you understand the BMC air filter a bit better. Do stay connected with Throttle Alpha and do follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We will come up with more contents very soon. Till then, take care, stay safe, and thank you.